So you want to invest in Web3 but you don't know what tokens to buy, you can use Swissborg's Thematics instead. They select a collection of the best performing Web3 tokens and rebalance them upon performance. So you don't need to worry about going all in on an absolute steaming turd. Sounds good to me. Swissborg.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a quick look at BNB with its USDT pairs. So this is the weekly. We've got ourselves scraping quite a few weeks in a row. It's going back almost 2 months worth of price action now. The weekly 200 simple and exponential moving average. Now, rule of thumb, if you look at this on any chart, so any chart, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's S&P, gold, anything, right? While you're above a 200 simple or exponential, that's a good place to buy for a long-term position, right? If you're below it, then you've got to have good reason to think about buying it. You've got to, not get your head tested, but you've got to think carefully about why it is that you're doing it. But if you're above it, then great. And so if you're looking for the best time to buy something for an investment purpose, technically, this would be one of those times. We've come down, we're scraping out, could even be forming a bottom on this one, on a 200 simple and exponential. So both of these being tested pretty well, and we've held so far so good, and we're sort of being lifted up a little bit now. And if we have a look at the RSI and the MACD and the money flow index, none of it looks particularly good, I have to say, on the weekly. Nothing looks very special there, but it's the fact that we're at that 200 simple moving average and exponential on the weekly. So investment purpose, buying and holding from that position, from that level, that's a good idea. That's like investing 101. Now, if we're looking for trading or just general short-term time frames, the daily is looking pretty weak as far as price action is concerned, but the volatility is probably pending, I would say, because the Bollinger Bands are pinching very tightly now. We are above the top area of the band and the 10 and the 7 simple as well. We're all above there, pushing the 50 exponential moving average, which is sitting around basically $250. Now, if you break from there, you'd be looking for a death cross retest, which could take us up to about 280, maybe even 300 at a push, based on what we see on the daily. Now, the daily's MACD is about to cross over the 0 point, so potentially offering a little bit more volume and momentum onto that. 4 hourly has just reclaimed its 200 exponential with a pump signal in play. Actually, this is better than a pump signal. Sorry, it's actually a trend signal. So there is a trend signal in play here. The Chiku span has closed above the price action, the cross has been made above the cloud, and price action is above the cloud. So those three components actually is a trend signal on a 4 hourly. So that's pretty good because we're above all major moving averages now with a trend signal. The only problem we're going to have is if Bitcoin decides to pull back. And at the moment, the bounce from yesterday has been pretty sweet. So relatively optimistic that we actually are going to get a trend on BNB, which would be pretty good. So finally, I think we'll just take it down to a 3-day. Where we can see that we've reclaimed a Bollinger Band as well here. The support sitting around, it's very tight here, but sitting around basically where we are right now, but roughly around $244. And again, death cross on 3 days, not a good look, but just like a golden cross, a death cross does like to get retested, even if it's at the 50 exponential, which is up here at 274, and the 200 exponential is up at just short of 300, and the simple moving average is 318. So as much as I would like to say that crypto is likely to find some more lows, and it could easily, because what my view on the stock market at the moment, that it is relatively peaky, with oil moving up as well. If we break above 83, then it's going to be a real problem for CPI. It's going to be a headache for the Fed. So we've got lots of other reasons to be bearish outside of just individual charts, because no altcoin is created equal, and there's a domino effect that will influence any one of these charts. So as much as we can look at one chart like this and go, well, actually, this is great, this could work out pretty well, this is decent entry, long-term, short-term, whatever, Bitcoin is going to be influenced by, Federal Reserve monetary policy, which is going to be directly related to the price of oil, which is likely to, well, I say likely, at the moment it's going up, it's trending up, it's a bullish chart, and if it continues to go up, then we might be looking for more heavier and harder rate hikes later on down the year. And with even without that, the stock market is it's quite peaky. And you got places like Bloomberg, for instance, they're all talking about S&P reaching 5,000, which it could, but the fact that they're calling for that makes me feel that the retailers are about to get shafted one way or another, as they've heard it from what they would consider to be a reliable source, which Again, there is no reliable source in markets. It changes day to day. It's a complicated system, isn't it, really, to try and even trade a single chart. You've got to look at a variety of charts even to get your heads around a chart like BNB. Anyway, I'm digressing. Long story short, though, if you do want to if there is a chart to focus on, as far as its own technicals are concerned, I think BNB has got it on the long-term timeframes. This is an opportunity that's worthy of taking, and if we do break down from here, then unfortunately we go to Wrecked City with a one-way ticket. So it's obviously up to you. I own plenty of this already, so I'm quite happy to hold it. But if I never held any, and I looked at this, and I was looking to deploy some capital into an altcoin, especially one that's got decent fundamentals to it, I'll probably look at this and go, okay, now's the time to bite the bullet. But it's completely your call. Right, I'm going to leave it with you there. Let's hope for the best on this one. It does look quite good. Like I say, long-term opportunity sitting right in front of our face here for BNB. I don't know where the top would be on this one. It's hard for me to imagine, to be fair, because I bought all my BNB and stuff when it was way down here, so it's hard to even imagine where it can go from here. It's very difficult for me to even comprehend where it could go, but based around the cycle, we could be talking a couple of thousand maybe for one single BNB, which sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, but I mean, I suppose that is likely to be the case at the peak of a bull market cycle. But either way, that's clickbait for you. Right, I'll leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Feel free to join the Patreon, links in the description below. Otherwise, take it easy.